Hello, everyone, and welcome to Deconstructing the Dark Passenger podcast, the podcast about all things Dexter. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, yay, excited.
Super excited because this is the season finale.
Episode 12, Do You Take Dexter Morgan?
Yes, and there are a lot of great things in this. I think the first scene's amazing because we open up and Miguel is dead, laying in the grass. Just laying there.
He gets discovered in a park.
Yeah.
Dexter's done a good job of framing the skin.
Yeah, he really has. He even took some of the skin.
Yeah.
And like the marks across the neck and everything.
Yeah.
It looked just like a Skinner thing.
Lots of sappy music here for Miguel, which is funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
A runner finds him too.
Yeah, a runner finds him. There's some moments here because Dexter's going through, everybody kind of deals with this type of thing differently. And, because Ramon is just kind of storming around, pissed off.
Yeah.
But Maria is praying in a very performative way.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to look sad because she was close to them, even though she knows that Miguel killed Ellen.
Yeah.
But she's still got to act like she doesn't know that and seem like she's upset a little bit.
I think she is upset.
I'm sure she is to an extent.
Yeah. So Ramon is really gunning for Dexter because Dexter's like seeing Miguel's body into the ambulance.
And he goes to close his eyes and Ramon stops his arm and Dexter is like, let go of my hand.
Yeah. I was struck here by Dexter. It's so funny because he's not an imposing guy.
Mm-mm.
And Ramon is, he's kind of, Ramon's a little bigger, a little beefier. There's something, I guess, like this quiet menace when Dexter is truly angry. He did it to Paul, too.
Yeah.
Where Paul tried to bow up and punch him, and Dexter just kind of didn't even flinch.
Yeah, he didn't even flinch. That was a great one, too. But, yeah, I mean, Ramon just grabs his hands like, don't touch my brother. And Dexter is just like, let go of my hand.
No, I'm serious, yeah. So anyway, kind of jump right from this into after the funeral, Dexter and Rita. Dexter was kicked out of the funeral by Ramon.
Yeah. I mean, how bad do you have to be to get kicked out of a funeral?
Got kicked out of a funeral. Syl is still going strong on the wedding planning.
Yeah, she's like, we will have the rehearsal dinner tomorrow night. I will be there. And I'm just like, really?
Rita, it's funny because Rita is like, wow, this is kind of astounding. Her husband is dead.
Maybe that was a good thing for her.
I don't know, because, I don't know, everybody grieves differently. So maybe this is like, she's kind of like, this is how I'm dealing with this now. I got to get through this.
Yeah.
But Dexter's so funny. He's like, well, life goes on, la-di-da.
Yeah.
It was just the way he said it, too,
Yeah.
This is so funny because we're talking about this card from Rita's mom.
Yeah.
She's not coming down. She's gone back to teaching. So she can't miss a class for her daughter's wedding.
Yeah, well, thank God for Rita.
Yeah. And she says this card. And in this card, she says, well, let's hope the third one's the charm. And Dexter's like, the third, huh?
What?
Rita's like, oh, the kid.
The third kid, the third child.
And Dexter's like, did Rita just lie to me?
Yeah. The look on his face is great. It doesn't really change, but you just see this little glint in his eye like, she just lied to me. Wait a minute.
Well, then it's funny because like right after that, because they're talking about their wedding vows, and he's like, what should I say? And she's like, say something about like, sharing our lives and honesty. He's like, honesty? Honesty.
And he asked her, he goes, well, what did you and Paul do? Or no,
what did you
do for your first time?
And
he's like, well, me and Paul, we just said whatever the priest said. Mm-hmm. And he gets this look again, like this little glint in his eye, like she just lied to me 2 times.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, he's driving back home thinking about these vows. And he's like, Rita, before you were just a dream and a wish and a prayer, and now you're a real. And he's like, it sounds like I'm marrying a unicorn.
Yeah. I was like, she kind of is your unicorn.
She kind of is his unicorn, though. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. And every time since then, I'm like, yeah, she is.
She actually is. Yeah, she really is. He gets back to his apartment. His trash, Ramon, has been there. Dexter is... I can kind of... this was interesting because Dexter's being very terse with the police.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, look and see if anything's... But he's like, how would I fucking know? Like, how could I even tell? There's shit everywhere.
Everywhere.
But you can kind of feel his anxiety here because
Yeah.
he's got to deal with the fact that Ramon has been there to trash his place. He's got to deal with the presence of the cops, and he can't go look in his air conditioner
to see if the slides are still there. And he keeps eyeing the guy. I guess one of the cops is fingerprinting the air conditioner, and he's just like eyeing him hard.
Yeah. But he does, the cops finally leave. He does get to look. Slides are safe.
Yep.
Wedding suit, not so much.
Nope, Ramon trashed it. He took a knife and just shredded it.
Yeah. And this is where he has a talk with Harry, and and Harry's like, he's a wounded animal, and you know what to do with a wounded animal.
Yep.
Which we've seen Dexter in flashbacks, which he does with a wounded animal.
He puts him down.
So what he's going to do, he goes to Ramon. I think what he wants to do is to make it clear, because everybody's feeling bad about Miguel. Everybody's mourning Miguel, and he's like, I got to put dirt on this man's name. This is insane, because if Ramon thinks he's been wronged or whatever, if he realizes that his brother was a murderer,
maybe it won't be so bad.
Maybe. But he goes over to Ramon's. Ramon is not there. Sarah is there.
She hasn't seen Ramon since the funeral.
Yeah. And she's so funny. This scene was so funny to me because she's like, I'm very worried about him. And Dexter does not even doesn't offer any words of comfort. He's like, well, if he comes by, let him know.
Yeah, I thought so too. This is the first time that Dexter has been in a situation where he should probably comfort somebody.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even notice it.
Yeah.
He's so caught up in his own world right at that moment.
Yeah. At the station, he goes, he's going to call this guy, Ramon's department.
His old partner.
His old partner. So in the meantime, he's snooping on Rita. He finds out that she had been married before Paul.
At 16 years old.
But we have a good history here of Rita's relationship with her mother. So it all makes sense,
You think so? You think she was just trying to get rid of Mommy Dearest?
She was trying to get out from under her mother's thumb. That's all it was.
It's 16, though. That is so young.
That's so young, yeah. But that's what it was. And then it was like a year later. Not even a year, I don't think. It was 6 months or something.
They got it annulled.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm the charm. I'm the third husband.
Hey.
Yeah. I just had a fucking realization about that.
What?
Okay, so going into this is a little bit of a spoiler for next season.
Don't spoil for sure.
It's a little bit of a spoiler for next season because he's like, this is, he's the third husband, the third child, he's a charm. The killer next season is the Trinity killer.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a little Easter egg drop.
Little Easter egg, which I don't know if it's intentional, but anyway. He gets a hold of this colleague of Ramon's, and basically, he's like, I haven't seen him, but just check any bar within a 10-mile radius. He's probably...
And he's like, I can tell you some of his favorites.
Yeah. I am struck once again, how Dexter is just not paying attention to this situation with George King at all. This is like...
Yeah.
He's using the Skinner to, frame the Skinner for Miguel, but other than that, he's just does not give a shit about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's thought twice about it. He gave Deb his files for it when she asked, and Deb's had all these breakthroughs. I think she asked him once what he thought, and he's like, I don't know, I'm not getting a feeling about it. But he's just done all these crime scenes and never even thought twice about King.
Which is amazing, because he is directly responsible for this happening.
Yeah, and every season, he always goes after your bigwig killer.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe he's going to let Deb have this one, or I don't know. Or he's just got too much on his plate. I don't know.
I mean, somewhere along the way, he has forgotten that King is out there.
Yeah. Yeah, but Angel has not forgotten King is out there. And now that it looks like King murdered Miguel, Prado, this situation is big now. We do know about King that he has this history with the Contras. He was I guess he was kind of important. He was an important...
Yeah, he did a lot of killings. He was very good with his knife, never missed with the knife.
Yeah, did a lot of interrogations.
And yeah, they talked about he was one of the big ones.
Yeah. Angel, Deb in the meantime. Okay, so Angel comes to Deb, and he's like, I got my budget finally. I've got some extra money. And she's like, well, you should get this. Basically, so that her instinct is to say, this is equipment we should get, and these.
Yeah, some new equipment she thinks is amazing and looks great.
Yes. And he's like, well, but I think actually we can use it for like a new detective. And she's like, okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense too. And it takes her a minute to like process, because he's like, hey, maybe like the one that helped us find the Skinner. She's like, oh, me? Yeah.
I mean, she's been gunning for a shield, and then when he, tells her he's gonna put her up for it, she's like, huh? So like oblivious to it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But I mean, again, I feel like with this episode, we open up with a lot going on going into this episode. I don't know, feel like something, maybe, I don't even know if we needed a whole other episode, but maybe give us another half hour or even another episode, because it feels like a lot happens really fast.
Yeah.
And I mean, the last episode of Dexter is always kind of like a lot happening really fast, but this feels like too much happening, like the space-time continuum had to like go into a little Jeremy Bearimy bend and stuff for this to work. That's if I have an objection with this.
Is that proper space terminology?
I mean, according to The Good Place, it's Jeremy. Like I said, my two objections with the season, and now that we're here in the finale, is these weird two things with oh my god, the Skinner's been here, and the dark SUV with the bright headlights. And then the pacing on this. I don't even mind the last episode, the content, but the pacing is so wild.
Yeah.
It doesn't, the timeline is not. This is too much happening over the course of like 10 hours or something. This is crazy. So anyway, Deb gives Dex the news. He's like, well, Dad would be proud. And I mean, yes, I know we have discovered that our father was a dog, but it still means something that he would be proud of you, right?
Yeah, you're a detective now like he was.
Yep. So Deb she's going back to records again. And Frances has, basically done, she's working on it. But she does, kind of remind it, like, do you really want to know?
Yeah, does it really matter now? He's gone.
Yeah.
But Deb thinks it does.
Yeah, Deb thinks it does, which, I mean, I guess I understand, but...
yeah.
Now, Dexter, on the other hand, he has been called into Maria's office. She is beside herself because, like I said, this was all happening very quickly. We literally just found Miguel's body.
And they're going to name a freeway after him
Well,
now.
no, I guess, you know what? I guess it's been a couple days because we did have the funeral. So,
yeah.
Yeah. But still, they've already decided they're going to name a freeway. And the freeway goes right by Maria's house.
Not great.
No. She's like, now I got to think about this motherfucker every day.
She going to be driving on Miguel Road.
But it's interesting here because she wants to just like, let's blow the lid off this motherfucker. And he's like, but look, hey.
He's dead.
He's dead. And who's going to really get hurt here? Not him. He's dead. It's going to be his family.
Yeah. Which,
yeah.
We're not sure how Syl feels about him anymore. I mean, she probably, she got all that money.
But she does have his nephews. And so she's like, well, so what am I supposed to do? And she's like, you just got to live with it. Like, just keep going. Like Deb had told him. You just got to keep going. So Dexter goes pick up the kids. From the moment when we get after the funeral until the rest of the show, just the way they edit it, it feels like it's happening over the course of about 12 hours, maybe 24.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's supposed to be. The time frames are very sketchy here.
Yeah. But Deb goes and tells Anton, too, about her shield. She's getting the shield for that case.
He's like, oh, yeah, congratulations. Then we got Dexter picking up the kids from school, but somebody is following him. It's annoying to me. They're not showing us who is following him. They're just showing in a very clumsy camera angle that somebody's following him.
And Dexter does not appreciate being followed when he has the kids in the car with him. That's not okay.
Yeah.
I love the way he gets rid of them.
Yeah, he guns it through a light. He makes the light. It's yellow for him. I mean, he's actually not acting different than most people do at a yellow light. But it's still like, oh, you had the kids in the car. It's probably not the best thing. But it forces his tail to...
I guess he tried to stop, but he slid through the middle and he got hit.
He got T-boned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was King.
Yeah.
It's King that's following him, and Dexter turns around because the kids are like, whoa, and Dexter's like, see, that's what happens when you're an asshole. And he turns back around, and King's gone. Like, King's a ghost.
And we find out later, they took a picture of him as he was going through that red.
Mm-hmm. So that's helpful for them to locate him. This is all happening too fast. This needed to be spread out. Angel confronts Deb
About Anton.
but when he's gotten a hold of ADA files that Deb was being investigated for sleeping with the CI. And
he's upset. He tells her, you should have given me a
she
heads
told
up.
me, especially because now I've already submitted it to La Guerta.
Yeah.
And I got to tell her. I got to tell her now.
And that conversation's hilarious.
Well, yeah, because she's like, does she need to know that you were trolling for Strange when you hooked up with Gianna?
He was not happy. He's like, where'd you hear that from? Who told you that?
I do want to know where she heard that from, too. Because that means Gianna had to have told somebody.
Somebody, yeah. Yeah. But Angel immediately decides he's just going to tell Maria everything.
Yeah.
He walks into Maria's office. He closes the door. And he's like, Lieutenant, I just need to let you know that I met Gianna when I was looking, how do you put it? When I was looking for comfort in the arms of a prostitute. And she's like, excuse me?
It was a dark time.
And she's like, okay, well, I think you could have kept that to yourself.
She said, keep your skeletons in your closet.
Yeah. And he's like, and she's like, how dark was it? And then he goes on to tell her that Deb has been sleeping with Anton.
Yeah. So Deb's going to have a reckoning with Maria here.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're at the rehearsal dinner. Rita is still pretending that Paul was her first husband. And here comes Ramon. He is drunk. They have done this throughout this season. They are showing us that people are drunk by having half of their shirt tails untucked. That's the universal sign of drunk, is a shirt tail hanging out. Okay. I mean...
Yeah, like half tucked and half hanging.
It didn't make any sense. This show does this sometimes, where it's like, they pay so much attention to all this detail, and then we can't even trust... I mean, Ramon was convincingly drunk, but like we don't even trust our actors to just act like a drunk person, so we're going to telegraph it with the untucked shirt. It was stupid.
Well, you do remember when that was a fad, right?
Okay, this is not what's happening here. Did you see how this man was dressed?
Yes.
All right, so it's not what's happening. They're just trying to telegraph drunkenness. He's clearly drunk. He's acting drunk. And he pulls a gun on Dexter in front of everybody. Everybody. Syl's there. Rita's there. Everybody's there. Is Vince there?
No, Vince is walking in with Angel and Deb behind him. He doesn't even see them.
Okay, yeah. They come up behind Ramon and they subdue him. And it was a weird scene. It's like, I don't know.
They took him down and sent him out. Though.
Yeah. So anyway, we know King's a killer. We know he has this dark past, but every time they're talking to people he did work for, they're like, he was so polite. How do you know if your gardener's polite? Of course your gardener's polite. They're not going to be an asshole to you. They're paying them to do a job. But Deb gets the call. So yes, this is where you talk about the camera. They caught King trying to run this light and getting T-boned.
Yes.
So they go get the car.
Yes.
So they're going to go get what they can get from the car. Again, this timeline is so messy. It clips back and forth. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, I guess you have to accept that things are going to happen this fast, but it still doesn't make a lot of sense. They don't ever give us a good sense of when things are happening.
No, they don't.
So they've got Ramon into the station. Dexter goes into the interrogation room with him. And so the problem is that, Dexter, I think, is used to his lanyard. He's like, I got my lanyard. I'm with my Miami Metro. And that has some sway. It does not have any sway here because the guards are Ramon's boys,
Yep.
And so he's got to watch himself. And he's got this ring.
It was the platinum ring. The wedding ring.
Yeah. I don't know what his game plan was going in.
I don't either.
He tries to tell Ramon, like, Miguel and I were tight. I knew about him. I knew he pushed your father down the stairs. Ramon's like, no, he did not.
Yeah, and Ramon tells him, like, Miguel said he needed a bodyguard from you.
Yes. So this is Dexter's wake-up call that Miguel was, like, scamming him consistently.
Yes.
All the time. They do some little, I don't even want to call it bonding, but Dexter now softens up because he's kind of analogizing Ramon and Miguel to him and Brian.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like Miguel stole all the stories of Ramon doing stuff to their father.
Yeah.
And the rage was really Ramon's to start with.
Right. Yeah. Which is a weird choice because then once he has this conversation with Dexter, he calms down.
Yeah.
Like Dexter is able to help him deal with this. So Dexter has this thing where it's like, you don't always have to destroy a wounded animal. You can just remove the thorn. He learned this lesson about mercy from his interaction with Camilla.
Yes.
And he puts it to practice here.
He definitely does, because Ramon tells him that all the stuff that has happened wasn't him. It was always Miguel, and Ramon, his ass was always on the line because he was trying to save his brother.
Right. He was always cleaning up after Miguel. Miguel always made it seem like he was the one cleaning up after Ramon, but it was the opposite. I guess that's how we're going to leave Ramon.
Well, and he's like, what's your son for doing right now? And then, where's your daughter?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. Sarah told him something. And I think it hits Ramon at that point that he doesn't even know what his own kids are doing anymore.
Yeah.
And that's how Dex kind of softens him up.
It's a good scene. Like I said, I don't know what he was planning to do going into this. I can't think of anything he might have been planning to do that would have made sense.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That would have been helpful to him. I don't know.
Yeah, because, I mean, showing Ramon the ring at this point.
What's it do? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, why bother? Like, Ellen's gone, Miguel's gone, the problem's taken care of. Just leave it alone now.
Yeah. I think he ended up doing the right thing, which was kind of making peace with Ramon. But that wasn't his intention. That's not what he went into that room to do. And I almost feel like if the sheriff, if the deputies or whatever had not been right there, I don't even know that it would have gone like this. I don't know.
Dexter went in there with something else on his mind. As it started to progress and things started to get said, and he was listening to Ramon, he just changed his mind.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Okay, so in the meantime, they processed George King's car. There was a tobacco leaf in there. They found out that King actually owns a property where there used to be a tobacco processing place, tobacco company, cigar company. I don't know. And then this is where they start making a lot of stuff happen. Dexter's getting a new suit. Deb and Quinn went to the cigar company. There was like a single box of cigars. I don't even know if it had cigars in it.
Yeah, and it has 24-hour security.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. So Dexter's got his new suit. He's feeling calm and good about the wedding, and just in time for King to come along and knock his ass out. So we're the night before the wedding, right? It's the night before. Now we got a good solid idea of what time it is. A lot happened in 10 hours.
Yeah, and just to remind you yet again, we're not sure how long ago his bachelor party was from today.
Yeah.
The day before the wedding, but he's been knocked out twice in about a week's period.
Yeah, that's a lot of head trauma.
No, that's just a lot of out time for Dex. Like, nobody gets the jump on him.
Yeah.
And twice now it's happened.
Yeah. I mean, the King thing I can see because he was up in his head feeling good about the wedding.
But Vince and Angel and them getting the jump on him like that?
That's ridiculous.
I don't even know where they were hiding when they grabbed him.
Yeah.
Like, where were they? They couldn't have driven up on him. He would have seen that.
Because he didn't even hear footsteps approach.
No,
Yeah.
it was just all of a sudden there's a bag over his head and he's in a trunk.
Yeah, Dexter's falling off his game.
Yeah, but King hit him over the head with something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so that was head trauma. So, Saturday. It's not just Saturday, it's Dexter's wedding day, but everybody goes into the station anyway. Masuka is analyzing evidence, and Deb is looking at Harry's CI records. But she does get called into the office with LaGuerta just as she's about to open the Laura Moser file.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're not going to get to that this season.
Nope.
She has a heart-to-heart with LaGuerta about the Anton situation. And LaGuerta's trying to figure out, okay, so you're fucking the CI. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't have to be your case if you want to keep seeing him. I thought Maria was actually being pretty gentle.
Yeah.
But, Deb's always like on the defensive, and she's like, look, bitch, I'm going to keep seeing Anton. Nobody can tell me not to. And the girl's like, all right, here's a cupcake and your shield. Settle down.
Yeah. Yeah, she gets her shield, and then Maria offers her one of those cupcakes like she had with Ellen with the ganache frosting.
Yeah. So Deb's like, all right, then. So cool. I got my badge and I got a cupcake. So what's happening to the ADA's ethics probe? And Maria's like, well, the ADA's dead, so just don't worry about it.
There is no ethics probe.
There's no ethics probe.
It's
Here,
all gone.
have your fucking cupcake. So Dexter's on the table. This is some kind of factory.
Yeah, it's some kind of a factory, and the way he was tied up was shitty.
I mean, it was supposed to hold a person down. It would have held a normal person down.
True. It was just, it looked like it was very loose.
I mean, I guess it was. I guess he really should not have been able to move it at all, but he was able to move it. So King is just sitting there watching them, and Dexter is having a conversation with Harry in his head. And Harry's like, I knew this was going to happen, and I'm I know this is what I've always been afraid of. And Dexter's like, well, I'm not afraid. I'm all right.
He tells him he forgives them.
Forgives him. I forgive you, head Harry. And so Harry's kind of crying. But Harry's like, these are not my tears. These are your tears because you're not afraid or whatever, but you do want to get out of this because you have a son. This is where Dexter starts realizing that he actually is looking forward to this baby.
He's like, I've never felt this before.
Yeah.
I want to watch him grow. I want to protect him.
Yeah. Which is a common human thing, is he didn't think he wanted it until it was all getting taken away.
Yeah.
Like this moment where he's like, I could very well die. And he's not thinking about it in terms of like, I'm dying. He's thinking about it in terms like, I will get to see my son.
Yeah.
So Deb goes to give Anton the good news.
Yeah, she's like, I chose you.
I chose you, Pikachu.
And he's like, I already chose you.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, you're Valium. And he says, well, you're Red Bull.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. She got wings. What are you talking about?
Coffee. Lots of coffee.
Metric fuck ton. Yeah. They get a call from Masuka. So this is the problem. So the cigar factory that King owned, the actual cigar making part had moved.
Yes.
That's where Dexter is.
Yes.
And so Dexter, in the meantime, though, he's taunting King. He's like, I killed Freebo.
Yep. He's dead.
He's dead. His body parts are floating off in the North Atlantic by now. And King's like, I don't believe you. He's like, look, Miguel's used everybody. He used you.
Yep. He definitely did.
Yep. Now, I have trouble with this. King goes off to get his tools.
Yep.
Okay, question number 1. You knew you were going to kill this guy.
So why aren't your tools right there?
Why aren't your tools right there?
Dexter is so much more prepared than King.
Also, so Dexter tells us a story about lions will chew off their own paws to get out of traps. Right?
Yes.
Fine, that's true. Or foxes or whatever. So he tilts the table over so it breaks his wrist so he can pull it out of this. All that makes sense. But this is a serious break. Okay, I mean, he's kind of not using it, but it's doing a lot of work for a really badly broken hand. And then he recovers very quickly. He's in immediate fighting pose.
Yeah.
Which I understand he had to be, but I'm like, adrenaline.
Yeah.
I guess it's really working on him.
They say a mother can take a car off a baby during an adrenaline rush.
I guess that's what's happening.
It's that fight or flight.
Yeah, I guess so. But he gets the better of King and breaks his neck. And in the meantime, the cops are rolling in. So he drops King's body. Cop car's coming in. And Dexter drops King's body right in front of the lead car. So they hit him and drag him under the wheels. And it like...
He got some skin taken off.
He got some skin taken off. Any other show in the world gave me this scene, I would be furious.
Yeah, because Dex takes off and the cop gets out and he's like, we scraped his skin off. And
Deb's
I'm like,
yeah, what goes around comes around. So he gets to the wedding, and Syl is softening up her. She's like, look, he's okay. He just broke his hand.
Yeah. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. So he gets there, and he does the first thing I thought, even before Aster said anything, is he's just like gawking at Rita. Rita looks very beautiful in her dress, but he's like gawking at her. And Aster's like, hey, you're not supposed to see the bride in her dress. Get the fuck out of here, Dexter. Bad luck. And he's like, oh, I got the bad luck covered. I'm like, they're really laying on this bad luck stuff here.
Yeah.
They're laying it on here. And he decides here that he's going to like not make an issue of knowing that Rita was married when she was 16. He said
he's going to let her keep her secret.
Because fair is fair. He's got his own secrets.
Yeah.
So I realize they're doing the tie thing again. He's getting ready, and Deb comes in and helps him with his tie. And they're doing the rabbit goes over and all that. And they did that earlier in the season with Harry. Harry's talking him through the tie.
Yes.
It just struck me that they have always kind of used this idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the wedding, it was so funny because it's so different than most TV weddings where they always make the big show about the vows and all that. And like, they just did not do that here. They're like, love you, let's get married now. His vows are like, I'm just going to be the best husband and father I can be, which is like, okay, I mean, that's not going to be saying much, but we'll see. He has a vision of Harry and Laura. there, and he's talking about how life is good, and we get the last shot we get is his broken hand is leaking blood out of his cast, and it drips onto Rita's dress.
Yeah, one little drop of blood onto the back of Rita's dress.
We'd already gotten all this stuff about bad luck. You don't get much more bad luck than bleeding on somebody's wedding dress during the first dance or whatever.
The first time I ever saw that, I was like, oh no, her wedding dress. And I was like, oh, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I remember that too, watching this the first time, and I was like, next season's going to be something, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wasn't wrong.
No, you weren't. Season 4 is something.
So that's it. And I think this season, unlike season 2, it's like the anti-season 2. I like it a little more every time I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of that does have to do with appreciating, as we talked about last week, appreciating Jimmy Smits' performance.
I like the fact that we didn't have to see Lila anymore. But I like the fact that he went one-on-one with Miguel. He really did. And in the end, he ended up killing the Skinner for us all. You know,
yeah.
He didn't really go after him, and it was not his normal way. But the Skinner kind of got exactly what he'd been given. He got skinned back up.
Yeah. Well, I was happy with the end of the Skinner, but it nagged at me all season that he had started this chain of events going, and he was completely like neglecting it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it was good because that the Skinner was still out when he was, because then, you know, he got to frame the Skinner for Miguel's death and not have to worry about that at all.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I really like this season. You know, he finally gets with Rita. Rita's pregnant. They're all kind of settling in, and
I guess especially when we go through next season and the seasons after that, you talk about when in a perfect world, where television shows are allowed to make decisions based solely on artistic merits, and the showrunners can say, this is exactly where this show would end, and no amount of money that you give us will make us keep going. In that world, I'm not going to begrudge anybody for getting their bag, man. Like, go do it. Get your cheese. That's fine. But in a world where we could have said, hey, I will give you whatever Showtime was going to give you for these remaining seasons if you just stop at this season. That's not season 3, I don't believe. No. But, I mean, I always wonder about that, too. Like, when we go back at the end, when we finish this original series, we go back and say, at what point would we say, you could have stopped here?
Yeah.
That answer's changed over the years. But it certainly would not be season 3, but I think you kind of feel it coming in season 3, though. I guess it's like, how did you want to leave Dexter? Did you want to leave him being happy? Did you want to leave him ending up in a truly just world? As much as we might be charmed by him in a lot of ways, he's killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's a good season.
It is a good season. It's one of my faves.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I love seeing him get married to Rita. I really do.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that Angel has Gianna now, too.
I wish they had spent more time with the wedding. I'm not usually a big TV wedding person, but like sometimes I feel like they should have spent more time on the wedding.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how much got cut.
Yeah, I do too.
Deb's got Anton, and he's at the wedding, too.
Vince is there with his party planner.
Tiffany.
I
think that's her name.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Joey's the only one there that doesn't.
Joey will be fine. That's Quinn! Quinn
and Maria.
Oh my God.
They can dance together.
Poor Maria.
Yeah, but we don't see Syl there. We know she's at the wedding, but I did not see her at the reception.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it was a great season finale. Blood drop on the wedding dress made you kind of wonder if there was more bad luck to come.
Yeah.
And we'll see that as we go.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Yep. Starting up next month with the season 4.
Yep.
And in the meantime, you can check out our other podcasts, The Final Assessment, which is a podcast about the show Evil. And you can also check out our movie podcast, Outside Food and Drink. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay. I don't have anything else, so check out our other podcasts. You can also follow us on our socials or email us, drop us a line. And until next month, well, we'll be back with season 4.
Later.